from Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and the two Jets. Kenny the Jet, Jason Jet Terry sitting in for Charles Barkley. It's been great having you here all.
Wonderful having you here.
Sure appreciate you.
Wonderful.
And can you all feel it? Can you feel it, the postseason?
Yeah.
The excitement in games like this down the stretch.
That was a good game.
Yes, sir. 6 weeks from now, we'll be getting set for the playoffs. It's about a
6 weeks?
Yeah, 20-game sprint to the finish. And on the final night of February, 5 of the top 6 teams in the West were in action, with a change at the top of the standings a possibility if the Warriors stumbled in Orlando and the Nuggets beat the Jazz. We begin in Denver, where the Nuggets have the best home record in the league, winners of 9 straight in their gym, and trying to beat the Utah Jazz for the 6th straight time in that building. And you got Rudy Gobert, and you got Big Honey.
Yeah, Big Honey.
Nico Jokic, and you got Mason Plumlee.
Is that your name, Ernie?
Jokic. No, but I think it annoys Jokic so much. It's just fun to see.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We found out on the low.
Yeah, Derek Favors off to a good start for Utah, and then Thabo Cephalosha for 3, and Thabo again.
Yeah, Utah had control of this game from the beginning. They came in and it was like, we know you guys have the opportunity to get first, but not tonight.
Ooh, give me that.
How about that by Joe Ingles?
Yeah, mate.
Joe Ingles.
Ingles had a game.
Oh, mate.
Joe Ingles with the English.
Yeah, see, he's laughing at her.
Yeah,
He knows it's funny.
Enjoying every minute. Yeah, exactly. 52-37 at the half.
Oh.
Rudy Gobert. 61-45, and now look at 72-56. And Nico Jokic called for his 5th foul.
That's a terrible call.
Are you kidding me?
That was a terrible call. That's terrible.
Call?
That's not terrible. He hooked. Stop it, Ken.
Yeah.
He hooked him. Stop it. Stop it.
Just let that go.
No, you don't.
Oh, what's the same thing on that screen that Coleman just did?
Bully
He
ball.
hooked him and hold his arm, the same exact play.
Look at Denver making a run. Look at Will Barton with the block. And then Barton somehow.
Tough.
See, when they played fast like that, I thought they had a chance.
Well, that was what I was about to say,
Yeah,
Shaq.
yep.
You know, you have to speed Utah up. And if you speed them up, you have a chance. But if you let them get into this, they isolate, they slow it down, they have a guy who can create opportunities, it's going to be difficult.
Huge bucket at the end of the 3rd quarter, a 3-pointer. And now we head to the 4th. And Gary Harris.
Nice move.
Good to see him back in the lineup. He's been hurt.
Oh, give me that on your head.
Derek Favors over Mason Plumlee. And then Kyle Korver, Jason Terry making his
Yeah, you
felt.
can't leave him.
Yeah.
Gotta
Worked all
gotta
time.
stay with him.
Worked all time.
And this guy right here, once he gets going, there ain't no stopping him.
Yeah, McFadden and Whitehead.
Denver not done yet. You see them coming back at him. Jamal Murray there, and then
You caught
Donovan Mitchell. Come on,
Ain't no
man.
stopping us now. Let's go. You move it over, but then the ball movement, body movement, they got back into the game. Tough call that the goaltender called down the stretch. But then isolate him, slow it down, no help. No help.
106,
So good to have a
101
closer.
No doubt.
Calm down.
with under a minute, and then here's the play you're talking about.
Yeah.
At first, it was ruled a goaltend, and then they looked at it again and said, no, that's a clean block.
Well, you should have let it play because then we would have got the ball. If we're Denver, we would have been able to get the ball back and still have the possession. But you made a terrible call, and then we got to do a jump ball.
You didn't like that? You didn't like that call?
No, but if he doesn't call it, then Denver would have gotten the basketball afterwards. But my point is, if you're going to make that call, and then you're going to have a jump ball when they have a clear advantage with Gobert, it's not a fair call. It's no way you're going to win the jump ball.
I agree.
It also changes momentum of
Change the momentum of the game.
Momentum.
Let it go then. If you know what? Who got the ball after the block?
That's not why Denver lost, though.
9-game home winning streak snapped for Denver, and Utah wins that game despite having 3 point guards unable to go, and they win on the road in a tough place and playing back-to-back, 111-104. So much for the chance to get to the top spot, because this is what happened with the Golden State Warriors and the Orlando Magic.
Ooh, go get that, young Isaac.
Yes, Jonathan Isaac, and then Aaron Gordon.
Bear down Arizona.
Oh, yeah, I need to get that in there. Niko Vucevic for 3, and then Aaron Gordon again. Magic got it going on. They've been playing well lately.
You know, people don't realize that when you're playing against the champs, you're always going to play way above your heads. Oh, give me that.
Oh, look at it.
Oh, Isaiah Briscoe, you don't want none of that out there. Let it come back to you.
Oh, yeah, Orlando on fire right now.
Orlando has their eyes on that 8th seed.
59-51 Orlando at the half.
cousin.
But then,
Okay.
but then Golden State outscored them
Browns.
30-11 in the third quarter, and you thought, okay, this is going to be over because
Comes the switch.
Curry made that one, and then you know what? He makes it look effortless. They had won 53 straight games at the Warriors when they took a double-digit lead to the fourth quarter.
Damn, Terrence Ross shooting that thing like you know what he's doing.
Oh, he does know what he's doing with it. You know, he had a 50-point game once in his career.
Steph Curry only had one bucket in the fourth quarter, and this was it.
Yeah, well, that would be it. If you're going, if I'd have bet my dollars on any shot, I would have been. That's the one that's going to
Guess
go.
what? Aaron Gordon can do that too.
Yeah, that was a double hitch three. I like
Shooting
it.
that thing like my boy Nick Anderson used to shoot that thing.
12-2 run by the Magic down the stretch.
Wow.
Gordon battling all kind of Warriors inside to get the tip, and Golden State had beaten Orlando 11 times in a row dating back to December of 2012. That streak is over. An 8-3 February for the Magic. They win at 103-96. Golden State now 0-6 when they don't get to 100. First time they've had consecutive losses since December. One more game to get to in this
I think
segment.
Orlando's trying to make that push, Ernie. I think they're going to get in, Ernie.
They are making tracks that way. Let's go to the peak at OKC.
Hey.
Russell Westbrook with no Paul George. Ben Simmons with no Joel Embiid.
He's still out with tendonitis?
Yeah, hasn't played since the All-Star break.
Man up.
I remember Akeem Olajuwon when his whole career and never had tendonitis until about his 15th year. He called me up and he goes, Kenny, I thought you were lying the whole time. You know what it feels like, a headache in your knee? I was like, he's like, yeah. I said,
And this feels
That's
like
how it feels.
this feels like a headache in your neck. This,
Oh, yeah.
this is Westbrook taking a tumble.
Yeah.
60-49 Philadelphia at the half. In fact, Philadelphia had lost 19 in a row
Oh, give me that.
against OKC. And that you saw Jonah Bolden again.
Getting banged
Russ
up.
up tonight, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Westbrook gets
That hurt.
lead.
That hurt. That play was nuts right there.
oh my God.
Thank you very much, Shaq.
They were really balling.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
they all
Oh,
balling.
my goodness. You guys, come on.
Just let you know.
Jeremy Grant for three.
Way to move those balls around.
Part of a 9-0 run. Oh. Now, look at this pass.
Oh, man.
How pretty is that? And
Oh.
McConnell gives it
Oh, they get a little testy on this.
Tobias Harris.
Testy.
I'm not getting involved.
You're not going to drag me in this one?
Come on, Jet.
Jason Terry, thank you so
Come on,
much. I
Jet.
appreciate
Come
you.
on, Jet.
Give us
Come on,
going,
John.
Jet.
You can come in
Show
and
at a
hang loose with
certain
us.
level, man.
You can hang loose with us.
Come on. I cannot.
Ball it out.
There you go. Come on in.
That Westbrook got the whole package.
All right, you ended Ernie right there. That was it. We
And
can't
so
get
does
that.
Tobias Harris.
Oh, yes. He had a great. You know, he's one of the few guys I've heard a stat. I think in his first games that averaged to have 20 points or more since like Wilt Chamberlain.
Leave it.
Like it's incredible his start there with Philadelphia.
That was Mike Scott with the exclamation point, and that's Philadelphia. Winning in OKC for the first time. They had never beaten the Thunder in Oklahoma City, but they win this one 108-104. Snap that 19-game losing streak. 6-2 since Tobias Harris came aboard. And the 9th loss for OKC by 4 points or less this season. 108-104 is the final triple-doubles for Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook. In fact, Westbrook, the first guy to ever have at least 25 triple-doubles in 3 consecutive seasons as he gets number 25 tonight. So, the updated Western Conference standings. Golden State still on top despite the loss in Orlando, and because Denver could not cash in, losing at home to the Utah Jazz. Oklahoma City loses. Portland hasn't lost since the All-Star break, and they're tied in the loss column now with OKC. But the OKC wins the season series over Portland. Houston's there with 25 losses. Utah's right on their heels. And then the Spurs and the Clippers Sacramento and the Lakers.
I think it's going to stay the way it is, Ernie.
Nope, Sacramento's getting in.
Okay.
So you don't think the Lakers are in? Do you think the Lakers are getting in, Jason?
I just think that when you 5 games.
I said Jason.
I thought you said
Lakers
Jack.
got the toughest schedule to finish up. Yeah, it's not looking good for them. I just think, Sacramento's playing well right now, and they have the momentum, and they're not even in. So if
you're on a team like this, you were like you were a guy, and then you were like, okay, you're the veteran.
Yes.
I want to talk to the veteran Jason Terry that was supposed to help guys get through. Let's say you're in that 9th seed and you're on the Sacramento team and you're that vet that's supposed to get guys ready. What's that speech like to get them ready?
My speech is, okay, what do we do great? Okay, is that we're going to do that every night. Let's just put ourselves in position to win basketball games by doing what we do great. We know what we don't do well. Stay away from that. But what we do great, we're going to do that every single night. And, hey, we got to
Whose ear would you be in most
single possession?
if you were on the Sacramento Kings and the Los Angeles Lakers? Whose ear would you be in the most?
Darian Fox is the point guard. He's the engine for Sacramento. We need him playing at a high level every night. And then for the Lakers, it's the big dog. It's the king. I mean,
you would be in the King's ear.
I'm in the King's ear because I was in Dirk's ear. If I played with Shaq, I don't know if I was tall enough to get up there to Shaq's ear, but I probably would have whispered to the big fella, we need you to be big every night.
Right.
Is that what you would whisper to Dirk? I mean, take me inside that.
Yeah, no, well, Dirk and I had a great relationship, and he usually was more talking to me than me talking to him a lot of the time because he called me a burger. Like, the guys that were the role players, we were burgers.
Right.
Like, I don't know what kind of burger you want to call me, cheeseburger.
Hamburger, barbecue burger,
right. Bacon burger,
but your conversation with him would be what?
But my conversation with him is, big fella, we need you to be great. We need you. We're gonna feed you, all right? And when you feel like you need us, we're gonna be here for you. We're gonna do our job. We need you to be great tonight.
Let's look again at the standings, because when we talk about 6 weeks from now and things can change, but right now, if you looked at this and you say, okay, Clippers against Golden State, okay, Denver against San Antonio, Oklahoma City against Utah, Portland against Houston. Which of those would be the most compelling series for you? Would it be that 4-5 with
without question.
With Portland,
4-5.
Houston?
Without
Because
question.
Oklahoma City, Utah looks kind of intriguing too. Yeah. Utah's a sneaky good team.
But Portland, to me, I said this earlier tonight, Ernie. Portland is a team that can play around and be in the NBA Finals with the trades that they made.
Yes.
I really believe with Rodney Hood and Cantor coming off the bench, their depth now makes them very dangerous because there's no drop-off. And before, it was they were so jump shot oriented.
Shaq ain't buying it, Kim.
I'm just saying this. They were so jump shot oriented, but adding Cantor and even Hood who post up, those guys now, they get those quick twos that they didn't get before. They was like, we need a 3 by McCollum, we need a 3 by Lillard, we need a 3 by... That was so heavy on those two guys. Now, drop it inside. Let me see what you work for 15 seconds. Let me see you work. They didn't have that. They're playing great basketball right now. Don't sleep on them, Shaq.
4-0 since the break.
I mean, the guys you mentioned, no disrespect, pretty good players, they don't have the experience. You talking about NBA Finals, you need experience because we all know if your game's going to slow down, and none of those guys have been that far. They don't know what it's like.
See, I thought when the game slowed down, Jason and Shaq with Portland, they became just a jump shooting team. That's why they would lose. But now, I don't think that they have to do that.
That's my point.
They're not going to change.
Throw it to Nurkic, throw it to Cantor.
Just here and there.
Oh, Dame and McCullough going to get most of the shots.
Okay.
It's going to be jumpers.
I'm just saying. Hopefully,
Against
write it down on the
I
wall.
don't know. That's a tough matchup for them. We shall see.
Okay.
I would like to see it, though.
Twitter machine up and running again. The desk cracking jokes tonight. Yeah, and it was your fault. Whose fault? It was your fault.
Shaq started it.
But yeah, you did start it.
Yeah.
The malls are though.
Started.
Are those blue balls?
The blue balls.
They travel to Memphis to take on the Grizz at 7 o'clock Eastern, then tune in for a game night Monday double dip featuring the Mavs and Nets, followed by the Lakers and Clippers at 10. That's a big game. Lakers and Clippers at 10:30. Coverage begins 7:30 on NBA TV. Hey, we got to take another look at this from last night.
Waiters, back to Dwayne, shoots, no, he couldn't get it off, now fires it up, back it in, it counts, the Heat win the game. Dwayne Wade won it for Miami, 126 to 125.
How amazing was that?
You know what's funny? Because when you're older, you don't want to be on a pile. So he was running away. Because your knees are sore. But that's an unbelievable shot.
Throw it up there, give it a
Look
chance.
He running away for them knees. But here, great block by Durant, coming back without fouling. Secondary block by Bell, but too much D-Wade.
Jason Terry, that's, in his last year, a moment like that.
The great ones find a way. They will their team to victory, and he's had those moments here, especially the last month and a half as he's winding down. I think he senses it.
Yeah, and he's in Houston tonight, and Chris Paul, you might think he would sit out back-to-back games because he has done that, but he said, no way I'm missing this one with D-Wade in town for the last time.
Oh, push off. Put that guard on him.
Another center. Switching defense.
James, let it fly.
You got to make 10 of those, though. You can have all of them.
Oh, okay.
Heat outscored the Rockets 37-22 in the second quarter, however.
Wade.
That's a vintage D-Wade right there.
And then, bam, Adebayo.
Bam, bam.
Made the free throw, three-point play. Justice Winslow.
Houston's own.
69-55, Miami at the half, and then they would extend the lead to 21 when Josh Richardson canned the three.
You see me here up 21 in the third?
They're up 21 in the third.
It's a
But
wrap.
Harden had 17 points in the third and 17 points in the fourth.
That's when you got to double him. Right now, go double him, Justice. Let PJ Tucker beat you. Nope.
I think there's some help at the rim.
Go help. Let that Austin Rivers beat you. Nope. Oh, my gosh. No, I'm telling you, go. Let Austin Rivers.
Oh, I'll hit Clint Capella with this one.
Oh, my gosh.
And watch this.
Oh, you got to come. Austin
Make him
Rivers
go
got to
right.
hit a shot. He's got to hit a shot.
He went right.
Oh, my gosh.
Logic, your guard.
Guess that don't work either.
Want to help.
Come on, help, man.
Somebody.
Austin Rivers got to make a shot. He's got to. Oh, my gosh. Please.
Does anybody else touch the ball? Not in these highlights.
Got him.
D-Wade makes it a one-point game. And then Chris Paul.
Whoop, whoop.
Huge. 121-118.
That's his shot right there, that mid-range free throw line jumper.
Here you go, 15 seconds left. What you gonna do?
Oh, he's going back for the three. I mean, that's not a terrible shot, actually.
It looked like he was trying to go for a quick two.
And then he's like, no.
Got turned back.
I would have looked for D-Wade and see if he could have did it back-to-back, but.
Yeah, Chris Paul, D-Wade.
Man, where your shirt at?
doing the jersey swap. What? You got a problem with that?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I didn't think so. 121-118 is the final. Miami with a 3-9 February. They are number 10 coming in. And Houston now 14-16 when they trail at the half. 14 wins when trailing at the half, like they did tonight, 121-118. Minnesota.
What about him?
Towns.
And Indiana. Boy, did Karl Anthony Towns come out.
Okay.
How about a 23-point first quarter?
But that's coming out.
Been playing well since the All-Star break.
And since he had that terrible auto accident when they got hit by the 18-wheeler.
Wow.
Now go ahead and shoot the three.
That's a stationary shot.
Was it ever?
That was like a 50s. Oh, he hits the one-hander.
Meantime, I got to work on the
Oh, come on, y'all serious? Oh, my God. Yo, I'm not buying y'all tickets to Nick. I'll be like, yo, you're not spending that money.
Boyan Bogdanovic coast to coast, and then
Man.
Thaddeus Young from Corey Joseph.
Thaddeus.
And Thaddeus, go
that's
ahead,
good
let
right
her
there.
rip.
They still knitting?
64-60, Indiana at the half. We had to
Dunk that.
I wonder why he don't play like this all the time.
Well,
That's a talent.
he's had some moments in the second
I
half.
don't want moments. I want.
Like that.
You know what I want?
Big boy.
Want that every night?
Here.
You know what I want? I want it every night.
Nate McMillan not
freak
thrilled that
every
there was
night.
no call there, by the way.
No excuses, Kenny.
Okay, no.
That's Boyan Bogdanovic again.
Oh, here
he
you
had
go
a
again?
high
See?
57.
Offensive rebounds, throwing people out the way.
You can't get that one.
One more Boyan.
Ooh, nice.
Good boy.
how are these Indiana Pacers doing it without their best player? They're now 41-22.
Work hard, play smart, play together. Good things happen.
Coach of the year,
And be
Nathan Miller.
the number 2 ranked defensive team in the NBA, 122-115.
Who would they play as a
How about TJ Leaf with 18 points to help out the Indiana cause?
They leave UCLA.
Karl Anthony Towns with that 42-17
See?
night. 15th time he's had.
That's SLN right there, Kenny.
Yeah, you're impressed.
SLN. You know what that is, right?
How about the,
Like numbers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We've heard it so often, we just assume everybody
Learn
knows
something
it.
new every day.
So Milwaukee hasn't lost since the All-Star break, and they remain on top. Toronto is 3 back on the loss side. Indiana still hanging on to that number 3 spot. Philly in the 4, and Boston winless since the All-Star break. Now 37-25, and then, you know, you get down to the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kind of thing with Brooklyn, Detroit, Orlando, Charlotte, Miami. You see anybody, you see Charlotte or Miami, because Orlando moved to the 8 tonight, is who makes it, who doesn't, if you're willing to go on that limb at this point, Jason?
Orlando's hot right now. They're starting to play well, especially at home. But Miami, it's just something to be said about D-Wade. He wants to go out, you know, a winner. And so him making it to the playoffs in his final season is going to mean a lot to him and to that franchise. So I got to believe Miami gets in.
But they have struggled so much lately. They've lost 8 of their last, they've lost 4 out of 5, and they have lost
You like Miami?
7 out of 9,
They're still
and
only
10
one
out of,
game out.
and 10 out of 13.
Ernie, put this on the cue cards. Pull them up.
I don't, you know what? I don't have the.
You said Miami over.
Charlotte Hornet will get the 8th spot.
Charlotte will get the 8th spot.
Yep.
I
Charlotte
promise.
will get the 8th
I
spot.
promise when I get the
Kimba
thing, Charlotte
factor.
will
Yeah,
win the
Kimba.
8th.
saying.
Yep. Because Kimba last night, he missed a shot. I like the look I saw in his eye. Mm-hmm. I like the look.
Jet, what are you thinking? This Jet.
I'm thinking
Jet 2.
Yeah, Jet 1. Thinking Orlando.
Orlando's playing.
I think they're playing with an energy as a team, not a particular individual, but as a team. Because even on a night like Vucevic didn't, you know, he's been the all-star, but then Gordon comes up. They still have Jonathan Isaac, a young talent, coming in. They still have guys coming off the bench that's giving them admirable minutes like Isaiah Briscoe, you know, coming in.
Terrence Ross. Terrence
Ross has played well. So just everyone's giving those minutes that they're supposed to give, from a 5-minute guy to a 20-minute guy. They're giving you the right minutes right now. So as a team, that gets you in the playoffs.
Let's toss those back up there one more time. You can continue to make your point. Let's look and see how this looks right now. If
I got to go with Kimba.
I'm not feeling good about Miami at this point. I just
I gotta
think
go with
they've
D-Wade
been
factor.
struggling. Detroit's picked it up as well. Brooklyn's the surprise team at now 32-31, but Milwaukee would play Orlando, Toronto would play Detroit, Indiana would play Brooklyn. You know what? Brooklyn could get in the Eastern Conference semis.
Yeah, I think the battle
I
is
don't
to
know.
get to that 6th spot.
Yeah.
You think they could beat?
If somebody wants to play Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
they could
do you
beat
think
Indiana second?
I'm impressed with what
Yeah.
Indiana's done up to this point, and the win tonight too was solid, but. Man, I just think you have to have that guy.
Well, I see,
in a
but
playoff
I will
series.
say this, so honestly, I don't know if, and this is no knock against Brooklyn, but I don't know if they have a better talent level even without Oladipo than Indiana. I think they're the same talent level.
Yeah.
So if Indiana didn't have Oladipo in the whole year, they would be playing like Brooklyn, and we'd be like, whoa, surprising, who's that other All-Star? So Oladipo takes them over the hump, but as great as D'Angelo Russell's been and Dinwiddie and all those,
and Joe Harris,
they are what Indiana is right now to me.
Question, fellas, if Boston does not get their act together, can they beat Philadelphia in the first round?
No.
I think so.
If they don't get it together,
Yeah.
I don't know.
a lot has to be gotten together.
The lack of depth for Philly bothers me. Their bench, I'm not as confident in their.
You don't like
as I am.
Urang? You don't like Urang?
Boston's
Mike Scott.
talent, experience is on Boston's side.
It's
right?
just it's an intriguing matchup because Boston's beaten them 3 times this year. Horford gives Embiid headaches, but Boston just is.
Well,
what's up with them right now?
To me, what they were really good at in the Boston in the Philly series in games before was they really guarded the perimeter really well.
Yeah.
So they took away Redick on the three-point line, and they took away the three-point line, and then Horford was able to stretch Embiid. But with the addition of Tobias Harris, he changes the whole dynamic because if you try to guard him at the three, he catches it, and then he starts backing you down. And then he plays mid-range, and he plays in the post. So his versatility is the difference to me, which separates them now, even without the experience. I think that separates them. Tobias Harris is virtually not the same guard as they've been playing against with Saric and all those other guys who were there last year.
And
different guard. They were Covington. They were strictly three-point shooters.
This
This guy's
on
different.
a lot of teams where you had a lot of talent and things weren't working well. A lot of times you have to let things go really, really bad, then erupt, then have like a rebirth. So I think they're almost at the point where
A rebirth.
Yeah, they're going to clash heads.
They have the talent. We all know that.
Yeah,
but
so some stuff going to be said, and then they're going to come out and get focused.
Yeah.
Watch out for Boston. They got too much talent to let that go away.
I know what. Shaq, Hornets will make the playoffs.
Yes.
Alex did it up there. Thank you very much,
Quentin
Alex.
Crawford,
I
nephew
appreciate
Quentin
it.
Crawford.
You got to put the date on there so we know. Jet
Hey.
Jet one.
Well done.
See,
And I know what you're asking at home. I know what you're asking at home. You're saying, "Hey, fellas,
Jet one
the
can't be
Knicks and
younger.
Cavs played tonight. What about those highlights?
Yeah, okay.
They're coming up."
The Knicks and Cavs ain't even asking that question.
No, they were there. They saw it live.
They were like, we're good. Good move, young bull.
And I thought it was legit.
Jason Terry never showed up.
Man, hell nah, I didn't go to that party, man. I was at Jimmy Goldstein's party.
Yo, that was
One of the memorable moments of the mockumentary
man, come on, man. Y'all set me up with
on Kenny's party on the takeoff on the Fire Festival.
Fire Festival. I am no musically Ja Rule, or I'm no party thrower like Ja Rule either.
That was just
I'm not as good as him in
tremendous,
music,
though.
but I'm better than that in throwing it.
What better way to get into this week's edition of Shaq than
Oh my gosh.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. That's important because it's your
Don't try these plays at home or on a basketball court.
He's Shaq the Fool.
What?
He's Shaq the Fool.
What?
He's Shaq the Fool.
What?
My party costs $1 million to get in.
and worth every penny.
Number 4, Bruce Brown.
Bruce.
Trae Young took him on a tour of
Oh,
Atlanta.
yeah, this is crazy. Dance, 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 dance. Oh. He's a dancing machine. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby. He's a dance, 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 dance. Dancing machine. Watch it go down. Watch it go down. Right up, boom, 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 boom. Dancing machine.
Number 3, Wayne
Well
Selden Jr.
Oh,
Here
Wayne
comes
Selden.
Chicago's fast broke offense.
Oh, way to be back in the league, Wayne, though. Oh, come on.
4-1.
Oh, Wayne.
Hey, where's Bruce Brown when you need it?
Exactly. Chandler Parsons stood in there. Didn't take a charge, though.
Number 2, Marcus
Oh,
Smart.
he lives on you.
Not the smartest play in the book.
He lives here.
Look at Coach.
He stunned Brad Stevens.
Oh, no. Oh, what is he thinking?
And number 1, the New York Knicks. And the Shaq Academy Award for the worst rebound goes to.
Oh, put that in there.
Grab it. Come on, Lonzo.
Oh,
That is tanking to the fullest.
At least Spike won an Oscar, yes indeed. Oh, those are tremendous. I've got to. How did Bruce Brown get only number 4?
Yeah, number 4. But I understood what he was doing defensively. He just did it wrong.
Yeah.
He was supposed to show back. But you're not supposed to spin
No, but
show back. All you have to do is stunt to get back. He did a complete.
Can we get that thing up again? 'Cause I want to see
Please, run that
to see
back.
the tour of Atlanta as well.
Oh, he's a dance,
This
dance,
is
dance, 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 dance. See right here, stunt, get back, because you know he's got the roller. No, but the roller slipped on him. I think Dedmon fooled him just as much as he did.
No, Kenny, you're right.
the varsity at the Wild House.
Baby, late night.
Oh, that's good.
Excellent job up there, guys. That was tremendous.
That is hilarious.
And I'm not saying this is a Shaq and a fool, so I would never infringe on your franchise there. But there was a moment in which Jason Terry was involved, which was Shaq and worthy. Remember this? J.R. Smith.
Okay.
J.R. Smith getting the handshake from Jason Terry on the bench and allowing
I do remember that.
allowing the dunk
That Kenny. Hey, how's your
by Tony Smith.
Everybody good? Oh, man.
Come on. Hey, take me inside that. How did that happen?
Well, me and him have a good history together, and so, like Kenny said, when you see your old friends out on the court, hey, how you doing? How's the family doing?
I don't do that.
You don't
in
do
the
that?
middle of the game.
In the middle of the game?
Done that.
He
Not in the
didn't know.
middle.
He lost his.
Did you call him over or he called you over first?
In the middle of play?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Off the court.
Oh, my God.
You know what? I didn't even get in that night, but I had to assist.
Oh, you got
had an assist.
of the night.
You had the assist of the night.
I was in the stat sheet that night. Look at T. Snell.
Oh.
Look at Snell clapping for
Hey,
the
hey, everybody
hey,
gave you
yeah.
tap. They were like, you got that.
Oh.
That might be the Shaq and the Fool of all Shaq and the Fools.
No, that one and Otto Porter.
Oh, Otto
Remember
Porter
Otto
losing
Porter?
track of it.
Yeah, Otto Porter.
But,
The all-timer
so the conversation really
Michael
was
Russell.
about family and friends?
Oh, yeah.
How's the
throwing the
family?
ball up.
Yes.
Playing golf this summer?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get with you.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. And
JR, come on, bro.
it's a tasty way to complete the night here on Inside the NBA. You will not
Want to
miss
miss it. No doubt. Get some water.